as the effect of climate change are felt across the world. And as we know, the construction industry is responsible for as much as 40% of man-made carbon emissions. It's time to work on the concept of eco-friendly house much more seriously. An eco-friendly house is an environmentally low-impact home, designed and built using material and technology that reduces its carbon footprint and lowers its energy needs. Before constructing an eco-friendly house, we have to plan carefully, taking different pillars of eco-friendly house. The first and foremost, we have to study the climatic condition. We have to understand the place and climatic condition such as sun availability, season variation, altitude, wind direction, and many more. Then we know what is our physiological objective. Suppose in a hot dry climate, the solar radiation is very high. Hence, the physiological objective is to cut off the solar radiations. Now we have to study about site and surrounding. By doing proper survey, we look at local culture and tradition, material and resources which are locally available. We look at existing feature of site like slope of site, available vegetation, whether we have building around, surrounding water bodies, etc. Once we have done with study of site and surrounding, we will think about passive strategies. We implement strategies like earth burning, earth air tunnel cooling, geothermal cooling, wind catchers, water bodies and evaporative cooling, pre-cooling of ventilation air. These passive strategies are solution of physiological objectives. Passive strategies such as considering sun orientation and climate when siting and being thoughtful about window placement and operation are used to best manage daylighting and natural ventilation and go a long way in reducing energy requirement for the building. In certain climate, thermal mass technique can be used to harness solar energy. In such cases, thick wall absorbs heat from the sun during the day and release it into the building at night. Look at the picture. The building has sloped walls. A narrower building allows light to penetrate deeper inside, and by sloping the walls, we allowed for even more window surface area. It has connectivity with the nature. Views of native trees and plants allow for connectivity to the nature and the landscape overall. In warm climate, it is very essential to harness cool air. A centrally located cooling tower uses water evaporation to force the cool air down the tower and into the building, while a separate tower allows the hot air to rise out. It has thick walls, which absorbs heat slowly during the day and release it during the cool night. This insulates the interior environment against the extreme outside temperature swings. And the bioswale in the building allows reuse of stormwater. A building envelope is the physical separator between conditioned and unconditioned environment of a building. including resistance to air, water, heat, light, and noise transfer. It gives support, control, finishing to the house. It gives support by transferring structural and dynamic load. It gives control by flow of matter and energy of all type. And it gives finishing by meeting desired aesthetics. We should use material that is locally available, that has less impact on environment. It should be recyclable and durable and helpful in maintaining healthy indoor environment. We can go close to eco-friendly by making it a priority to purchase steel, concrete and finishing material such as carpet and furnishings from companies that use environmentally responsible manufacturing techniques or recycled materials. Sustainable construction practices. This requires a lot of planning. We have to plan soil erosion control measure, dust prevention measure. We have to barricade all around the site to prevent dust from going out, to prevent noise from going out. We have to protect existing vegetation also. Along with the construction, we have to provide facilities for construction workforce. We can do this by providing healthy conditions for living, by abiding safety measures, by providing basic amenities, by ensuring health and education for their children. For building eco-friendly house, we have to look at active strategies also. We have to implement high efficiency electrical, plumbing and other systems which are designed to have small environmental footprint. To implement active strategies in lighting, we should ensure minimum requirement of light by harvesting daylight. We should use highly efficient lighting design, lighting system. Lighting sensors and control can greatly help in achieving energy efficient house. The indoor environment quality of a building has significant impact on health, comfort and productivity. A eco-friendly building maximizes daylighting, it has appropriate ventilation and moisture control. It also optimizes acoustic performance. Landscaping can make a big impact in house water consumption. By using trees, plants and grasses that are native to that area, we can greatly reduce irrigation needs. Landscaping can also be used as a part of passive strategies by planting trees that shade the roof and windows during hottest time of the day. Solar heat gain inside the building can be reduced by this way. Renewable energy systems, including those that harness solar and wind energy, are also good options for buildings. These systems are often used in conjunction with passive design strategies. Sustainable waste management is another aspect for eco-friendly building. We have to ensure organic waste management in site and waste recycling. An eco-friendly house must have well-functioning rainwater harvesting system, wastewater treatment system for sustainable water management.